In this video, I'm gonna find the easiest huge pet to hatch in Pet Simulator 99. So yeah, currently in the game, there actually is a ton of worlds, and there's actually so many huge pets that are currently inside of the game to discover, and some of them are a lot easier to obtain than other ones. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can be obtaining all of these newer huge pets that have been added to the game, and towards the end, I'm gonna tell you guys which huge pet I think you guys should be going for. And also make sure you guys keep watching the video, because I'm gonna be giving away one of these rainbow event basketball huge pets later in the video. This part of the video is sponsored by U7Buy. U7Buy allows you to get great deals on gems and a wide range of diverse items to help you succeed and dominate Pet Simulator 99. Also use code VORTEX for an exclusive 5% off on your order. Check out U7Buy in the description down below, and now let's get right back into the video. So yeah, I went ahead and made one of these videos like around a month ago, but in that time they've added a bunch of new stuff that we actually have to show. At least a bunch of new huge pets that have been added. I'm gonna go over them and just show you guys the chances of getting them. Or not the chances, but at least the difficulty on whether I think it's an easy huge to obtain or one that's pretty difficult. Alright, so the first place we're going to be heading to actually find some of these huge pets with a pretty good chance is going to be the fishing world. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. So yeah, just by loading into the game, on the left side over here of the spawn, what actually makes this event pretty good is, as you can see, players are actually awarded all of these pets right here every single day. And yeah, this leaderboard is actually pretty up to date. Like, as you can see right above it, there is a timer, and whenever this timer does end, the players are actually awarded these pets. And the objective for this is literally all you have to do is just catch the heaviest fish that you can, and it works pretty similar to the farming event. However, I think this one might be a little bit easier just because there probably is less players playing this now. And if you guys didn't know, this fishing world and also the other place, the farming world, are actually a permanent addition to this game currently, or at least they're not going to be going away anytime soon. So yeah, you guys definitely should take advantage of this, because you can literally get a free huge pet every hour if you just catch a heavy enough fish. And another thing that also makes this event pretty nice is they do have an auto fish feature, so you can literally just sit here and it will automatically fish for you, and you have to do a single thing. This honestly could be pretty good to AFK as well. Once you should try and definitely get level 40 first, so you can unlock the final area way down there, because I'm pretty sure it will let you hatch the heaviest fish that are available to hatch, or not hatch, catch, sorry. I believe just by fishing also you have a chance to hatch a couple of huges, and I think there's also a Titanic pet, like the Titanic leafy seahorse. Apparently you can just catch that thing, or you have a chance to catch it just from regularly fishing, which is pretty nice. And I think it's still obtainable currently too, so not only are you gonna have a chance to hatch or catch a huge pet from here, you also have a chance at the Titanic as well. And yeah, not only the Titanic to catch, but the one that you can also fish, right? For the leaderboard contest here, the Titanic narwhal, you can also get this Titanic if you just catch a really heavy fish. So yeah, if you do decide to grind the fishing world, definitely just make sure you auto fish, and literally that's pretty much it. And you just might have a decent chance to actually come back to something. Alright, now moving on, let's go ahead and go into the grow a pet event, because there is also a huge in here that you can hatch, and also a Titanic. So yeah, here we are inside of the farming event, and the way to actually obtain this huge and Titanic pet is actually from the eggs over here in the shop. And if we actually look at some of these eggs right here, like if we even scroll down, as you can see, this Pixel Agony egg says additional chance for the huge Pixel Otter and Titanic Pixel Monkey. So you literally have a chance to get a huge and Titanic. And as you can see down here, I actually do have a couple of them ready to go ahead and hatch. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for these to grow up just now, because they're gonna take a while, to be honest. But yeah, the farming event has become another decent way to get a huge pet, but I don't think it's the best, just because as you can see over here, they literally got rid of like the Combine-O-Matic and every huge pet that you were able to craft before. So now the only way to even get a huge or Titanic from here is just by opening up these eggs and hoping for the best. But yeah, now that we showed off the farming Titanic pets or huges as well, let's go ahead and hop to a previous world and show you guys some other huges that you can hatch in there. Alright, so the next pet we're going to be showcasing off is going to be the huge fire horse right here. And honestly, this is a pretty easy one to get. I'm actually already inside of the zone, as you can see, but all you have to do is enter the chest rush mini game, which is inside of world 1. I think it's area number like 40 something. Yeah, area 45 is where this fire horse can be located, and yeah, you have a decent chance to get this thing, because it's actually a little bit or pretty good, and if you can hatch it, it will definitely be worth it. There's literally so many other huge pets scattered around the entire game. Like right here, we have this huge pastel deer you can hatch from the crystal chest, and you do have a decent chance to get it. However, I didn't get it right there from those 40 keys I had, but it's all good. And then we also have this huge propeller cat, which is found inside of this spinny wheel right here, but this thing is also pretty rare. Alright, literally all of my spins, I wasn't even able to get this propeller cat to even show up in the wheel. That's pretty insane that this thing is very rare, but if you can hatch it, you're gonna make a lot of profit. Alright, then we're jumping straight into the tech world, because there is a couple other huges that were inside of world 1. However, the chances of getting them were just so low where I didn't even really want to cover them. I want to show you guys the huge pets that are actually somewhat obtainable, like this huge circuit cat from this tech chest. It's also a pretty easy one to hatch, and if you do have a lot of tech keys, which are really easy to get, you can actually just get a ton of them so easily. And yeah, we also have this spinny wheel right here, which which does contain, I'm not exactly sure which huge pet, but I know there is one inside that you can get. I think it keeps changing as well, like every couple months or so. I think it becomes a different pet that you can hatch. And okay, yeah, right here we have a chance to get the huge abyssal axolotl. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can maybe get it, and we did not. All right. And yeah, honestly, inside of World 2, there really isn't that many other huges in here that are super easy to obtain. So we're moving on to World 3. All right, so inside of the Void World, once again, we can actually have a chance to hatch this huge void alien from the void chest, and we also have the spinning wheel huge here as well. But that's not only it, because inside zone 201, you actually have a chance to hatch the huge prison cat inside of one of these chests right here. As you can see right here, we have the huge prison cat. It's honestly not super valuable, but there are a lot that exist, so you honestly have a pretty decent chance to obtain one of these if you are grinding here a lot. But you also are going to need a lot of the prison keys to be able to enter up every single room over and over. So yeah, this is still a somewhat obtainable huge pet inside of the game. It's honestly not too difficult. The only thing about it is that it's pretty tedious if you want to actually claim all these rewards. You have to kill to every single cell over and over. And if we also come down to the last zone inside of the prison world, zone 204, we have a thing right here which says chance to get the huge police cat inside of the vault. So yeah, I think all we have to do is just pick a path and get to the end. As you can see, we do have a chance to get that prison cat or police cat, whatever it is. All right, I got all 4 digits to go ahead and put in this code. It's 9235, and there we go. Now this thing opens up and we can run over here, and we're gonna need to cross this street really quick, so hopefully we just don't get run over. I think we're okay. And never mind, I got hit at the very end, bro. Are you serious? All right, there we go. We now have made it over here to this zone, and it works pretty similar to the fire horse, where you just sit in here and farm the zone up for a little bit, and then you have a chance for the huge police cat to actually drop. And yeah, at the very start, by the way, there was 2 paths you could choose, and one path led to good loot, and one path led to insane loot. So yeah, make sure you guys choose the path with the better loot as well if you do come in here, so you have a higher chance to actually get the huge. So yeah, does not look like I'm gonna be getting this police cat right now. Unfortunately, my luck is just not good enough. But yeah, this is still a pretty decent huge pet. And now moving on to the next one, which for this we're gonna need to teleport to area number 210, and more specifically, this hacker chest right here contains the huge hacked skeleton. However, this huge pet's actually extremely rare compared to the other ones. As you can see, this one's actually really valuable too. So if you can hatch this, you're gonna be very sad. However, I believe that the hacker keys are actually not too easy to acquire right now. When the event was going around, I'm pretty sure they were a lot easier to obtain, but I mean, yeah, there's still 78,000, which isn't insane. You can still end up buying a lot of these if you want to, and yeah, it honestly could pay off. Who knows? I'm not gonna be buying a bunch of these, but I just want to inform you guys that this thing is here for you guys. And there is also the hacker key hunter enchant as well, or if you are grinding in here and you get a key drop, I think it will drop multiple instead of one singular key. So yeah, that's pretty helpful as well. But there is also another huge inside of here, which you have to find this virus portal and then go through it into the boss chest. And then inside of here, we can go ahead and break all of these different orbs. And then once we break all these other orbs, what will happen is you'll let you break this chest. And then once you break the chest, I think you just have a chance for a huge pet to drop. But actually, no, I think this chest actually turns into an egg. I completely forgot what happens at this event. All right, and there we go. The chest is now broken, and it replaces with this egg, which contains the huge virus griffin, which is actually a pretty rare huge pet. So yeah, if you want to hatch this egg, you definitely can, and you will have probably a decent chance to obtain the huge. However, like I mentioned, this egg is only here for 10 minutes, so you don't have too much time to sit here and grind. Well, yeah, nonetheless, still a pretty helpful huge. And now we're moving on to the next one, which is pretty easy as well. I guess there actually is multiple inside of here, but we are inside of the Millionaire world, and we actually do have this huge elegant eagle, which literally still is available to actually enter. If we go ahead and purchase some of these Preston or Millionaire tickets from this buyer Preston over there, as you can see, we still have the ability to literally enter in these tickets and win a huge pet still, which is pretty insane. We also have a 26% chance. I barely even put in any tickets, by the way. I only put in like 5 million gems worth, and then we have a pretty good chance to actually get this huge elegant eagle as well, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this event literally still happens every single hour in the game. As you can see, even on the raffle winners, there's still a bunch you can still win, and it even includes various here and there. As you can see, even there was a shiny one not too long ago. Pretty insane. So yeah, this huge elegant eagle is definitely another pretty easy huge. And also inside of here, the Millionaire race, you have a chance to earn this huge turtle, but I think this thing's really rare. Like, your chances to get to the last end or last path are super low. So I don't know if your time is really worth it spending inside of this Millionaire race. I don't think the huge in here is really too worth your time. But also another thing I highly recommend you guys do is whenever you are playing, definitely make sure you check out the current event, because usually there is a current event going in the game, and usually the events are better than anything that's actually inside of the normal worlds. So yeah, inside of this basketball world, I'm sure you guys have actually seen all of these huges that you are able to hatch currently, or that you can hatch and also get from these rewards over here, because you can get the reward leaderboard pets over here, and you can choose to either hatch for an active huge pet or throw your basketball to have a chance at this other huge and Titanic too. And yeah, I also have been seeing a few of you guys saying that you've been getting so close to getting this huge pet, but have been struggling on the last point. And yes, pretty unfortunate, because this event pretty much is is RNG based like that, where I think every point you get, you have a slightly less chance to get another point after that each time. So it basically just becomes harder and harder to actually get all 10 points. But I also recently been grinding, and I have got myself another huge basketball corgi. This is actually my second or third one I've gotten just from the points for free. So yeah, that has also been pretty helpful to actually get a really easy huge pet, and currently I would say this is probably the easiest one to get in the entire game. At least until this event is gone or something, this is definitely the best pet that you have, or best huge pet you have a chance of actually getting your hands on. And for those of you guys, like I mentioned, that are struggling getting to like 9 or something points and then failing, you can't really do anything about it, to be honest. All you can really do is just keep throwing and hoping for the best to eventually get 10 points. Because not gonna lie, this event that you are throwing is kind of RNG based. Even though you may not think it, it is pretty RNG based. So yeah, to have the highest odds possible, you have to just pretty much just sit here and keep throwing. But yeah, it was like I mentioned earlier in the video, I was gonna be doing a giveaway, and what I'm gonna be doing is first heading to the trading plaza, I guess. So yeah, what I'm gonna be doing, giving away right now is I'm gonna be giving away one of these rainbow huge basketball corgis. Let me go and find one to purchase. All right, here we go. We have the huge pet right here for 76 million, a little bit more than what the wrap price is, but honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and just buy it anyway. And yeah, to win this huge basketball corgi that's also rainbow, all you have to do is comment down your Roblox username in the comments down below, and I'll pick one random person to send it over to. And also make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well, and make sure you guys like the video as well. I'd really appreciate it. But even if you are seeing this video after the basketball event has already concluded, you should check which event is currently inside of the game, and it might even be worth it to actually grind it. But yeah, there also are still a couple somewhat easy huge pets that you can hatch that are permanently in the game. So yeah, let me go and show you the first one. It's going to be inside of the Kawaii world, and it's literally inside of the very first zone. We have the Kawaii alley entrance, and then what you need to do is you need to find one of these entrances that contains the egg, which somehow I got it on the first try, which is pretty nice. But yeah, as you can see inside of here, we have a chance to hatch this huge Kawaii cupcake. And yeah, I have no clue how many of these currently exist because I have not hatched one, but I think they are pretty rare if you can get one. Or not rare, pretty valuable, I mean. And yeah, well, if you do find this egg, it is only here for an hour like I mentioned, so you can't really waste too much time if you want to have a chance at hatching this thing. And also, I definitely recommend to open it with the charged eggs on. You'll be able to have way better results. So yeah, that should be a pretty easier huge pet, but I think there is also another one that's pretty easy to obtain, which for this one we're going to teleport to area number 229. And that is because inside of the elemental world inside of the game right here, there is actually a sign where you have a chance to not only hatch this huge electric penguin, but also the huge dark dragon. So you can literally get 2 huge pets inside of here if you can get lucky enough to actually find one. But yeah, as you can see, the chances of them spawning are pretty low, I believe. And to actually get one to spawn, it's actually really easy. All you have to do is just throw pet cubes on every single one of these pets. Even on these crappy pets that you don't even want, you need to actually just throw your pet cube on them. And the reason for doing this is because for every single pet that you catch, it will spawn a new one in. Like as you can see right there, I just saw this electric penguin just spawn in, and we can go ahead and catch it. But yeah, the reason for that is you want to catch every pet is because for every pet you catch, like I mentioned, one has a chance to spawn in, and it has a small chance to be a huge pet. I'm not exactly sure what the odds are of spawning in, but if you do find it, I think the odds of only catching it are only 2%, so you do have to be pretty lucky. I would definitely recommend you guys try and get an ultra pet cube, however, because it will increase your chances from 2% to 10% for the huge pets. So yeah, it will be a lot more helpful if you can get the ultra pet cube, but it's not really needed. So yeah, if you want to, you could use the pet cube, but I would definitely suggest the ultra pet cube. And then also the final huge pet I wanted to show off is the Daycare huge pet. For some reason, I actually have some of these bubble cats in here. I don't know why, but we can go ahead and claim it. And we did not get a huge pet, unfortunately, but it's all good because we can go ahead and just throw in 10 more of these pets. And as you can see, we have a chance to go ahead and get this huge amiibo and a spaceship. And yeah, the pets you put in don't really matter that much. As you can see, if we go and put 10 of these pets, like it says your luck level at the bottom, and it's pretty much 10.03 every time. It's the same pretty much. So yeah, it does not matter how many pets which pets you put in, I mean. And you also have a chance to get this gargantuan machine egg too, so it's actually really helpful if you can get lucky enough to get it. So let's go and throw in all these pets, and there we go. And yeah, if you actually have the extra Daycare slots, you're gonna have a way higher chance to get this huge amiibo in a spaceship because you're able to put way more pets in there, and therefore it will increase your luck level way more. And yeah, what's nice about the Daycare is it's literally completely passive. You don't even have to do a single thing. It does take 6 hours though, and if you are online, it moves 3 times faster, so you should definitely stay online if you can while the Daycare is running, so you have a chance to get some pretty good loot. And yeah, boys, that pretty much is everything for the video. Hopefully this video was able to help some of you guys out on getting your first huge pet or finding a super easy huge pet to acquire. But yeah, make sure you guys head over to the Discord server if you guys want. Link of that will be in the description. Make sure you guys also check out my Roblox UGC as well. This vortex over my shoulder is a pretty cool item. I really appreciate if you guys would buy it. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well, because we're on the road to 100k subs. I really appreciate if you guys would subscribe. And yeah, thank you boys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.